Let's talk about what to do when a girl says,
I have a boyfriend.
I have a quiz coming up. Oh, sorry, I thought we were just naming things that we're gonna cheat on.
That's original.
You stupid.
99% of the time, there are three realities when it comes to girls saying they have a boyfriend. Okay, reality number one, she really has a boyfriend. Reality number two, she has a boyfriend, but she's flexible, okay? I'll explain what that means in a minute. Reality number three, she doesn't have a boyfriend. Now, in reality A, when she really has a boyfriend, what is the point of trying to get something or trying to game the girl? Even if it did somehow work, would that be beneficial to you, that situation? Even if you avoid physical violence, people feel backstabbed, there's a lot of hurt emotions. It's just not worth it. Now, as your game develops and you get better, right? What happens is you can still befriend the girl and you can still create connections. For example, I met a beautiful girl in LA at an art gallery and I was talking to her and her husband walks in. And I didn't know, I had no clue. I was like, oh, you guys are married. Congratulations, I'm sorry I didn't get the memo. And the guy is super nice. The guy's like, oh, it's all good, we're new to LA as well. And we ended up having a half an hour conversation, right? And I get their contact and I think they're gonna flake. Turns out they invite me to a party, they come to one of our parties, and they become really good friends. Sometimes I meet a girl with a boyfriend and I'll ask her, do you have any other friends that are like you that might be single? Or would your boyfriend have a problem with us just being friends, right? Because I like your style, I enjoy talking to you, and you'll be surprised. Now in Asian culture, it's less accepted, but in Western culture, a lot of girls I meet are friends with me, have boyfriends, and they're okay being friends. And guess what? Those type of girls, they're gonna know other girls that look like them, that have the same beliefs. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. Is that the saying? So it's okay to make a friend, but you have to genuinely just want to be friends with her. No ulterior motives. It does require a higher skill set, but in scenario A, that's what you can do. Now scenario B, right? She has a boyfriend, but it's not that serious, it just started, or she's not feeling him that much. This is where most dating coaches live, right? It's like, oh, what do you do when that happens? I don't want to give you any advice on this because it's not good for your life. My mentor once told me, do not shine your light where it does not belong. He also said, he's experienced it before, he doesn't want to be any part of a crumbling building. Right? If a building crumbles, it takes time to crumble. There's this whole process of it deconstructing and then reconstructing back up a new building or a new plant growing from the roots, right? You don't want to be part of that process. It's a miserable, sad process. And it's just not worth it. And if you're a guy who knows how to do authentic attraction, if you're one of my clients, you know there's a single girl just as cute, if not cuter, in the next corner. You don't need to pursue girls who maybe have boyfriends. Some guys have a lot of trauma. They're like, I had my girl stolen in high school, me, and I wanna be the guy to steal the girl now, right? So it comes from a dark place. I would say, okay, but maybe deal with where that's coming from rather than taking it out on someone else, okay? Because you gotta treat trauma at the source. And if you need some help with that, get some one-on-one coaching with me. Don't create bad dating karma. It's not worth it. Dating karma is real. I've seen it happen over and over again. Just don't do it. Now, scenario number C is she says she has a boyfriend, but she really doesn't, okay? This is the most common scenario, and it mostly happens to guys that are new to the game. Like, for example, it never happens to me now, okay? Basically, in this situation, she's saying it as an excuse. Sorry, I have a boyfriend. My first approach, I just got out of college. I went to the club with 2 Asian guy friends, and they brought 3 Asian girls. The Asian girls were pretty cute, but I wasn't into them at the time. And I saw this beautiful American girl, and I went up to her, and she was sitting with her friend. This is my first approach ever, cold approach ever. So I remember it like yesterday. And I was like, you're really, really beautiful. I was wondering if I could have your number. And she looked at me and she was like, thank you, I have a boyfriend. And then I said, okay, I guess I'll see you later if that's true. Haha, right? And then I scurried away. She may have had a boyfriend, I don't know, but I would say that I've had a lot of those situations from that point on where the girl's like, I have a boyfriend, and I'm like, I don't know if I quite believe you. Now, this happens a lot when you're new. If you look bad, if you smell bad, if you talk badly, if you don't know how to talk to women. In the beginning of my journey, I heard this all the time. It's basically a polite way to reject you where you can't say anything back. Now, I usually take this as the fact that my skills are lacking, okay? And she's politely rejecting you. So instead of like trying to win her over or trying to figure out what to say next, how can this be an opportunity to get feedback? And after I started doing that, my life changed. Here's why. Hey, I'm Giovanni, I was wondering, really cute, talk. Can I have your number? I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get the memo. Congratulations. I'm assuming it's serious? Very. That is awesome. I'm gonna go. Before I do, since you have a boyfriend and we want nothing from each other, I was wondering if you can give me your brutally honest feedback. What can I change about my style, the way I look, or perhaps the way I come across, that might make me more attractive to girls that look like you? Okay? And not every girl's gonna respond, but the ones that do, you would be surprised at the level of detail they provide, right? Girls love it when you ask for their opinion. And they're like, well, you came across as a little weak. I felt like your jokes weren't that funny. If I were you, how about changing your hairstyle? And just from doing that, I got so much value from what I could do next. And when people know that they're never gonna see you again, and you just want their opinion, they become brutally honest. The feedback that I got from that helped me get to the next level. It helped me fine-tune my style. It helped me fine-tune some of the mistakes I was making in terms of what I was saying. So another girl said, your head moves a lot, you're kind of jerky. All those things I took to heart. I didn't take it personally, but I took it as feedback. And I improved those things and I got better. And as I got better, less and less girls told me they had boyfriends. This whole idea of you being this low value guy trying to say something clever to get her anyway, it's just, I think, a lack of integrity, bad dating karma, and it's just not necessary when you have the skill set to meet single girls. Don't have a scarcity mindset, okay? I have a boyfriend, okay, and if you're new, maybe she's not interested, let me get some feedback. If you're intermediate to advanced, I have a boyfriend, I respect it. Would you be open to being friends? Do you know anyone who might have your sense of style, who might have the same background, okay? I'll leave you with this final story. Recently, I met a girl who was very beautiful, my type. She was sitting down eating lunch by herself. And I was with another girlfriend of mine, and I told her, do you mind if I go up to this girl and say hi since you're busy with your emails? And she was like, no, I'd love to see this. So I go up to her, I say something in Chinese, I sit down, and we're having a great conversation. And at some point I'm like, are you single? She's like, no, I have a boyfriend. And I double check and I'm like, I'm guessing it's been a while. And she's like, yeah, 4 years. I'm like, wow, that's a long time. And then I asked her, that's cool, you seem cool. Do you know anyone who might be a right fit for me? I like girls who have the same makeup skills as you, who have good style like you do. And she paused and she thought about it and she's like, all my friends are taken. And then she's like, I do have one female friend. She's 22, she's a model. You might like her. And then I said, she's 22? She's like, yeah, 22. And I'm like, to be honest with you, I've dated someone who was 21 who was a model. I am in my late 30s. I just think there's too much of an age gap. Thank you. And I could tell, and I genuinely meant that, and I could tell she respected it. She's like, that's okay. Well, it was nice to meet you. And I was like, yeah, you too. Enjoy your lunch. It was a very pure interaction. And had I wanted to, if I was in my F-boy phase, I probably would have gotten the 22-year-old model's number. But I just wasn't interested, okay? But that's the power you have when you can communicate authentically. You respect people's opinions. And you have the abundance mentality to realize that another cute girl who's single is just around the corner. You don't need to push so hard just to try to get this one girl, right? Respect people, respect their boundaries, respect their relationships. Treat people like you would want to be treated if it was your girlfriend. And good things will happen to you, I promise, I promise. And if you're a beginner right now and you're getting a lot of, I have a boyfriend, and you don't know what to do and you want a roadmap, check out the First Date Formula at this link. I teach you my online dating skills, my online dating funnel system. I show you in fields of exactly how I talk to girls, how to get to that social hook point, that real interaction where it feels good. I teach you how to build your social circle from scratch. Basically, my entire 10-year blueprint on how to consistently get first dates with women you actually find attractive. Okay, check out the link here for First Date Formula, and I'll see you in the next one.